This is my newly acquired 1991 Kawasaki ZXR250R, 250cc, 4-stroke. It's about 47 horse, I believe, which doesn't sound a lot, but the fun thing about this bike is it revs to 19,000 RPMs. It's a fun bike. Yes, it is small. It is crazy small. When you sit on it, it does feel, I mean, I'm not just flat-footed. I'm flat-footed and I am bending my knees. So I'm gonna move my Grom over next to it so you can see the size difference of the two bikes, right? So a Grom has what, 9 horsepower, and then this 250 has 47 horsepower. That really shows you the power to weight ratio. Yes, the Grom is still smaller, it's shorter and a shorter wheelbase, but when you sit on them, you know, they feel very similar. And even look at the Grom, look at the handlebars, how much higher the handlebars are. Obviously, it's a different riding position and whatnot. I'll get this Grom out of the way. But I thought, you know, we're talking power to weight ratio, and 47 horsepower doesn't seem like that much, but Groms are crazy fun. They sell like crazy. Everybody has a ton of fun with them. And so it just kind of puts into perspective how fun this bike can be. So this one came up on Facebook Marketplace. This was a Japanese market only. So someone has imported this bike, and the guy that I bought it from did a little light restore, carb work and whatnot to get it going. I guess when he bought it, the carbs were not on it. I forgot to show you the kilometers. 3571 kilometers, so you know, 2,000 and some miles on a 35-year-old bike. That's crazy. So when I saw this come up, I said, well, I won't be able to get one again, and it's low mileage and the price was reasonable. So I thought, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So I had fun learning about this bike. Obviously, it's a carbureted bike. It was not crazy running the best when I got it, but I think it just needed some gas running through it. Put some premium gas in it, been putting some miles on it. The guy that I bought it from did do an oil change and plugs and, you know, all that, the normal stuff, rebuilt the carb. I did order an air filter that's not on it yet, but I just got it today through WebBike. The air filter came from Japan, was only like 79 bucks with shipping, which seems like a lot for an air filter, but it came from Japan and I had it in a week. So shout out to that company. I didn't expect it to have it this quick, and there was no extra tariff fees or anything like that at the door when it got here. So I was pleasantly surprised. So when I pulled this bike off the trailer when I got home, my daughter, who's just going into middle school, and all her middle school friends were there, and you know, they've seen me have lots of bikes, but I pulled up and they go, oh, cool. You know, they love the colors. And then I let them all sit on it because, you know, it's just the right size for them, and they just got a kick out of it. So that always just strikes me. You know, you can have, you know, a $40,000 Ducati V4R sitting in your garage and no one will pay mind to it. Or, you know, my RC51, you know, it's a pretty bike, but, you know, not many people comment on it. But I come home with this and everybody was just oohing and ahhing and, oh, that's so cool. A few of my friends have asked about it. They've seen it. They love the colors. And they say, oh yeah, I used to have one of those. My buddy used to have one. I'm like, well, not this one. This color scheme was used across all the platforms, and now they're using this color scheme for the anniversary on all the new Kawasaki's. So whether it was a ZX6 or a 636 or a ZX10 or ZX7R, yeah, you've definitely seen these colors. It's just kind of cool to have the green wheels, the silver frame. It's not absolutely perfect. There are some little scuffs, you know, throughout. It's very, very light for a 35-year-old bike that sat in Japan probably most of his life. But, you know, all the blinkers work. I was really curious about this. So I don't know if you call this a petcock, but, you know, it's got the on, it's got prime, and it's got fuel, but there's no off. So the way it was explained to me is prime opens up the carbs when the bike is not on, and then on and reserve open up the carbs when the bike is running. But there's no off, which I thought that was, I don't know, I just thought that was odd. So I don't know if Japan did something different for Japanese domestic bikes where they didn't have an off to the carb. Probably everybody working at the factories, everybody and their mother probably knew how to rebuild carbs and it was no big deal, so they didn't have an off. I don't know. If you know anything about that, please leave me a comment, because I'm just curious. So obviously it does have these ram air inductions, comes right through here, and then this is not going into the air filter, it's just throwing air on top of the motor. And there's even some electrical pieces that get the air first before the head, but that's what that's designed for. This is not stock. Someone has jerry-rigged something, because you can't get these parts. If you have a set of these, I definitely am interested. I would like to buy. So if you see this video, please comment if you've got a set and you'd like to sell them to me. I am definitely a buyer, especially on a 2,000 mile bike, or what I say, 3,900 kilometers. This would be bike 3,500 kilometers. This would be the bike to throw some OEM unused parts on. So the white is like super cool. It's like this metallic, and it's cool to see the pink. I mean, talk about as 90s as you can get right there. Absolutely love that. So I have started it. Let's see, carbureted bike. Let's see if I can get it started here. Hell yeah. Isn't that just awesome? 19,000 RPMs on a light bike. So going through the neighborhood, you're going like, 30 miles an hour, maybe a little faster, 35 miles an hour, but it's revving at, 12,000 RPM. So it feels like you're going a lot faster than you are. And I'm sure I'm getting looks from the neighbors. They're like, oh my gosh, this guy's going so fast. And no, I'm actually not. It's just revving really high. Even in, when I'm just trying to get out of the neighborhood, I'm not excessively revving it. I'm just riding through the neighborhood. So yeah, it's been a fun bike. I've only had it for a week here, but man, I feel lucky to have it. If you can get your hands on one of these, or you can test ride one, I know we're not talking a lot of horsepower and a lot of CCs, but dang, it's fun, and it looks the part. It's fun to throw around. I need to get some new tires on it. I think these are some old tires. I don't know if they're necessarily original, but I see some cracking and stuff like that. So I'd like to feel confident on the road. But yeah, if you guys like bikes, I've been buying and selling quite a few bikes and doing some reviews. If you like just seeing bikes, a lot of times guys do the vlogs, and it is fun to see a bike at speed. But if you're just looking at someone's dash and looking at their city streets, this is the view you got, right? So a lot of my views, I'm actually just trying to show the bike itself versus just someone's city streets and whatnot. I will get some shorts out here of me riding the bike by, just so you can get maybe a high-speed pass, stuff like that. And yeah, but give me a subscribe, give me a like, and if you've had one of these, or if you've got questions, or you got recommendations, leave them in the comments. I'm loving the discussions in my videos more than anything. We kind of got a little community going. It kind of feels like the old internet message forum days. So yeah, definitely, I welcome the comments, welcome the feedback, and we'll check you guys later. Thanks, guys.